Hey everybody, so as you may well know, Insta360 make these 360 One X cameras, which are basically 360 cameras, which are small in, form factor, and they're a bit like an action camera in the sense that you can put them pretty much anywhere. And you'll see a lot of motovloggers have been using them to give them a second shot. Rather than using the 360 functionality of it, they're using it as a camera which is recording all angles at once, and then you can pick what you want. This is the camera itself. It's got a camera on this side and a camera on that side. I've got a review and all sorts on this. If you want to know more, go to that video. The thing is though, when it comes to mounting it on a motorcycle, depending on what sort of bike you have, sometimes it's easy. You can use a RAM mount adapter, you can use one of the supplied adapters, a bar mount, something like that. But on some bikes, like my DRZ, we don't have that option. And obviously on something like this with no mirrors, I've removed them because I wanted to, it's legal. I don't have a high point to mount the camera anymore. And it was really annoying me. And with the Insta360 being such a cool camera and people loving it when I get the shot back when I'm using my X-J6, but there's no way of doing it. So in the end I was like, right, no one makes a thing that can do this, so I'm just going to have to make my own. This is like test 1, version 1, put together by hand, no real plans, just like what I could do. That's why I haven't even painted it. So I basically cut out some steel plates, which bolt in where the indicator is attached to, which is also the top of the yokes, the clamps. And then I hand bent this bar. It was an absolute nightmare doing this because it's got several bends in it. And I realised later it would have been so much easier to do like a long U and then just like almost like a bucket handle idea. You could even then have an adjuster on it. There's many ways of doing this, but the way that I did it, as I say, is plates bolted, this is bent, welded. Then from the mounting point under here we have a small plate and this piece which is to try and stop it bouncing up and down too much. But you do actually want a little bit of movement in mounts, because if it's too rigid then you get a lot of vibrations. If it's too loose then you get a lot of slop. You have to try and find that middle ground. I'm hoping this is about right. But with this mount adapter I can put it wherever I want. So you might be wondering, well, what's that one all about then? Well, obviously the invisible selfie stick on the Insta360 gives you the ability to do this. We'll try this first quickly because I'm off the road. I don't know if I'd want to ride on the road with it like this. See, this has got a little bit of flex in it, but that's actually not that bad because this camera's inbuilt stability is quite mad. We'll try it up here and then I'll move it down there in a minute because obviously that's where I made this for. This was just like, well, I can do it, so I might as well see if it works. So now this should have that cool off the bike look, like there's a camera floating in front of me. Looking up there, it looks like that camera must be going like that a lot. Oh, that was a bump. So this, is very much a testing run, and I thought, well, why don't I just record it all and show you? Because when you come up with ideas like this, version 1 is never normally the final one. Although I have to say I am quite pleased with this one, but there are methods of making this that would make it a lot easier. I was going to make a video making that mount, but in the end it would have been a long video that was actually very simple. The difficult things was getting like the bends right in this. Oh god, that being up there really threw me then. I don't know where it's going to go. I know this bike will turn around here. See? Easy. Oh, the cleat! The cleat! Okay, should we switch it down here? Be a bit more normal. Oh no! Oh no, we've lost our little thing. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and try and find that. Why is there an actual hypodermic needle down there? Local hero comes from local pub with sharp box. Put that like there, and then just pick it, so you don't have a chance of like jabbing your own hand into it. Don't get it near me. I'll do the heavyweight round.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, but
That's
not... Okay, that's alright.
No, it's...
Thanks,
Okay, sorry, now we've sorted that. I knew that the pub would have a sharps box, so I thought I'm not just going to leave a hypodermic needle with a syringe that's got blood on it there. There's no way I could do that. At least that's solved. Now we're just got to find this bit and then we can continue. Or I'm going to have to shoot home and grab another one. I have faith that I'll find it. I will mention now, because I know people will say this to me. Yes, I am aware that Insta360's just made the new One R, which is... well, it looks like a modular GoPro with the ability to have very high quality video from a 1-inch sensor if you choose that option. It's also a 360 camera. It looks the absolute dog's danglies. Sorry for the people not in the UK. It looks good. That's not saying that English people like the look of dog's danglies. Is that it? There it is. I need to find it. But unfortunately I wasn't one of the people that Insta360 selected to send one to review to, so you'll have to go to someone like Joke the Garden Snake to find out about that. I know he's got one. Right, let's try this then. I can see a little bit of high frequency vibration going on. That is something that this bike, I've noticed with mounts, does because of the way that it's a single cylinder engine. It's got a lot of mass going up and down. It gets vibration ranges in harmonic frequencies. So as long as you hold it at the right point, it'll be perfectly fine. If you get it at the wrong point, either too high normally or too low. Oh jeez, I forgot I'm not on the 250 now. I don't know, let's go. There's no corners. I need to do the corners because one of the nice things about this camera is the flow state stabilization, I think it's called. Basically it knows where the horizon is and it keeps it that way. God, how much crap has been dumped here. Well, we're going to the next bit. Let's try it in crazy mode. I wonder what that looks like. I wouldn't put the selfie pole on that, it won't be strong enough, it will just fall down. That's probably a little bit too much to see down there, isn't it? This video, of course, would look 1,000 times better if it was a sunny day and the colours are out, but it's not. It's grey and it's dark. But hopefully it is enough that the Insta360's got plenty of light. It does need a reasonable amount of light to get a nice, clear, crisp, fast looking image. I think this is probably good enough for it. Oh, and I will also mention at this point, huge thanks to my Patreon supporters who are going up your screen. Your support and help with this is amazing, thank you. And to the new people that have recently joined, we've had a little insurgence of people, thank you, I really appreciate that. Now, we're on the gravel because I wanted to see what this is like on bumps, because I want to use this also for green laning. There's nothing we can really do about the stick thing bouncing around. That's going to get worse the more you go up big bumps. And anyone that's seen enough Insta360 footage knows that you see what it looks like. It's a little bit sort of bit floppy looking footage. Crap. It's a big hole. The thing that made this the hardest was having to try and, as I say, hand bend that bar, which has got multiple angles and you can't repeat it, which is why I think the flat bucket handle idea would probably be a lot easier. The reason I didn't go with that is because it's incredibly difficult to bend rod into a very even U without some pieces of equipment. You know, like a ring roller, where you can basically take a long piece of metal and you can bend it into a U in the middle and then bend off the ends that you need in there. And then it's actually quite a lot easier because it'll be... Oh, why is that? Oh no! You're kidding me! This is why you have iterations. I did think having a 4mm hole in a 6mm bar might have been pushing it a little bit, but I had hoped that it would be okay. Sadly, it is not. All I'm going to do to fix this is I'll take this out, I'll stick these back together like that, and then I will weld them together, and then I'll probably put an extra piece of bar here, another piece of 6mm, and just weld that on the outside. And that way, none of this can snap again. So there's no pressure on the actual thin walls of the thing. It will be transferred through that bit. So, okay, well, we're in the video there because, as I say, this is why you test stuff. You know, I literally got like a mil. Oh, it's actually very little material there. I should have known that was going to happen, but I didn't want to go like super heavy with this, like with 10 mil or something. 8 maybe would be better. I didn't want to go smaller with the screws because it wouldn't be strong enough. As I say, this is why we have iterations. Well, anyway, well, maybe I'll do a video fixing it. I don't know, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Smash the like out of the fuck button. Bye-bye. Apologies for sticking this on the end here. I've just come home and this parcel's waiting for me, so I thought, well, if I open it right now, I can get it in this video, because I always tend to open parcels that come to my PO box on video. It's a pretty heavy one. Got some carbon fibre pieces. No one has ever sent me a bucket of front sprockets that are all like brand new looking. This is seriously, this never what? Aprilia AFI 50. By the way, again, if you're new to the channel and need an explanation, I do the Spicy 110 Metalworks where I turn old motorcycle parts into clocks and things. Though I'm currently on a sort of hiatus over the winter, and I'm gonna pick it back up at some point soon. But we do have a note. I bet I won't make it on YouTube. Well, you are wrong. Spicy, I know you're always in need of sprockets for the Metalworks. Here's a few front sprockets and a couple of chain links. I also thought you could maybe use these carbon fibre bits, as I have no need for them at CMW. I did send a large box via post, but I think it got lost, question mark. I haven't seen that. If it was sent through Parcel Force, then there's a problem because they can't deliver from Parcel Force to Royal Mail. I'm going to call Parcel Force and speak to them and see if they've got something waiting for me though, because I don't know if it's you you may be the same person I was talking to, but someone else tried to send me something and it didn't get through. Never mind if we have, never mind, we have loads more used parts I'm going to still have. I'll send a few soon. Love the videos, can't wait to see what this year brings for you. Would be great to have bike meet this year. I agree, I'm working on it. I have a location, basically, now. It's just deciding when. Best wishes, Connor Hood. Sim, you're not far away. I know I came up and saw you up there a little while ago. If you've got some, don't send them. I'm quite happy to come and pick them up. Save you the postage, because I know it's not cheap. And obviously it also avoids any problems with like Parcel Force, Royal Mail and all that rubbish. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks, Connor. Appreciate that, dude. Catch you next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.